Today we're going to talk about the cell membrane. So review, what's the job of the cell membrane? The cell membrane, if you remember, allows things in and out. It controls what goes in and out of the cell. So when we think about the cell membrane, I'm going to introduce a new word here. This word is homeostasis. Homeo means same and stasis means state. So we're trying to make sure we maintain our bodies and our cells in a same or similar state. What does that mean? It means we want the inside environment to be stable so the organism can function and survive. You've probably read about Goldilocks, okay? Goldilocks said, too hot, too cold, this one's just right. Well, our body and our cells are the same way. We want to make sure that they have just the right amount of stuff. And that is what homeostasis is. It's a balance of not too much, not too little, just the right amount. So I want you to brainstorm. What are some things that we might not want too much or too little of in our body? Maybe you thought water or glucose or salt or food or toxins. Any of those would be correct. Cells are the same way. We don't want too much, too little, just the right amount of everything. And the cell membrane helps us maintain that. It helps us control what goes in and out so we have this stable state. Now, in your notes packet, it says drawing of a cell membrane. If you did not do this drawing yet, you can go ahead and do this drawing. Don't worry too much. We're just going to draw circles with two lines here. These are called the phospholipids, and we're going to label these. So if you don't have this drawn, just pause the video and you can go ahead and write it. Phospholipids are these guys. They've got a head and two tails. So we're going to label the head as the circle part and the tail are the two lines there. We also have, this is the protein channel. So this is the channel that the stuff goes through. We have a receptor as well. This can unlock certain things and allow the molecules to enter through the channel. So we'll talk more about all of these, but just have them labeled. Now, in your notes, you're going to write, because it has two layers, the cell membrane is called a phospholipid bilayer. It's made up of phospholipids, and it's two layers. Bi means two, like bicycle has two wheels. Where are the layers? Here's one layer. Here's the second layer. And they form a whole big circle, which is the cell membrane. The cell membrane doesn't just allow everything through. It allows only some things through. It's what we call selectively permeable. Okay, so it selects what things to go through, and then permeable means go through. So selecting what goes through. You can see here some molecules can squeeze through the toothpicks in the marshmallows or the phospholipids, but big molecules like the blue ones here can't fit through because they're too large. So the cell membrane is made up of two things. Phospholipids, if you want to draw a little stick figure to remind yourself that this is what a phospholipid is, go ahead and do that. This is what a phospholipid actually looks like. So it's got phosphorus and oxygen and carbon and hydrogen. So it's made up of atoms. But scientists didn't want to write this every time they were drawing a picture of a cell membrane. So they do shorthand. They just draw a circle and two lines. The other thing that makes up the cell membrane are proteins. Proteins are all the colored things, the blue, the pink, the green. Those are all of the proteins. And proteins have different jobs. Proteins can be channels. So the channels let large molecules through. So in your note packet, you're writing for large molecules to get through the cell membrane. These channels are specific. What does that mean? Molecules have to have the right size and shape to be able to go through. So in this channel, only hexagons can go through. Maybe they're glucose. And in this channel, only the green molecules can go through. So the green ones can't go through here, and the red ones can't go through here. So each molecule has a different specific channel. If we take a look at this little video, this is going to show the same thing. So we've got hexagons going through. They can't just fit through the membrane. They got to go through a channel because they're big. Okay. Some of the molecules can go right through, like ethanol here can just pass right through the cell membrane, but some of them need channels. So hexagon needs a little channel here. Circle needs a little channel. And if we see a different shape try to go in, it's rejected. So molecules have to be the right size and shape in order to go through the channel. So that's the next bullet point that you're going to write here. Now, proteins also act as receptors. These receptors are on the outside of the membrane. So you're writing on the outside of the membrane. Receptors can look kind of like this. This is a computer animation. So here's a molecule going in. Remember we talked about insulin yesterday, insulin being the key. So it's going to go here and unlock the channel. Here's the picture of that. So insulin, in this picture, it's a triangle. Yesterday it was a circle, but it fits in here. And then it's unlocking the channel and sugar goes through. And again, these receptors are specific. They have to have the right size and shape. You saw that yesterday. The molecules need to be the right size and shape to be able to fit in and unlock that channel.